1K.
All right, guys.
So, our business plan pitch is basically we're going to make this type of drone system that's going to help team up with recreational things such as national parks and park rangers and search and rescue organizations. So part of our drone design a little bit is basically these drones are going to go out and search for the person specifically, and it's going to, once they find this person, they give a rough location where they are, but then what happens is on the drone, what it has is this little thing they pull, and it sends this like balloon attached to a string. It goes up very high, and it sends like this type of beaming light, so the helicopters and people can actually see exactly where they are. So it's more of a specific location, not that much of a rough location. That's what we want to do, is be more accurate with finding these people.
Okay, then after the light goes up, the helicopter will come in, like National Park Service or rescue team will come in and save that person if they're injured or hurt or if they're lost. So they don't have to survive in the woods for as long as they can.
We also said that in the string, so that it would keep it up, we're going to make like this tube type thing that releases helium every once in so once it gets a little, like when the balloon starts losing helium, it will start refilling it through sensors, which will measure how much of the gas is specifically inside of the balloon. How they find this is basically there's like some different things that we are going for, but the thing that we like the most is probably before they go out hiking, they have this bracelet that the park rangers must provide them. So it's kind of it's like a GPS, so they can find them. So basically, once they're in kind of in danger, they can like turn it on, and so that means the drones can find them and get them. Now the thing is, the reason why we're using this balloon thing is because even though you know exactly where they are, you don't know what situation they are in. They could be on like the side of a mountain, they could be anywhere. It's just hard to tell what conditions and things they're in, and so we just prefer it to be more of a specific thing. And we are planning maybe to put a camera on it, so the National Park Services can assess the person's damage and how much it's taken on toll on them, and assess what things that need to be brought over there. Our cost estimate for all of this is, with all this little technology, it's around $7,000 at least. But it just depends on how much you get of the drone. If it's a big area, then you're definitely going to have a way higher price than $7,000. But if it's just like a small area that it's keeping track of, then it's definitely going to be just around $7,000. So, is there any questions we'd like to ask?
Yeah. Have you taken into account the weather for the drone? Like, you like kind of consider the weather conditions and how you might prepare the drone for that?
Oh yes, we have considered that. We would make sure to, before this happens, like before they send the drones out, they should they're gonna basically like check the weather. Like it's kind of like more like a weather check before this happens. And if it's kind of like a dangerous day to fly, then they can't fly. But that's when we're thinking of doing ground vehicles during this time, because this doesn't affect them that much. It's just more the terrain that would get them. But air would definitely be more faster than ground vehicles. But when things come to when worst comes to worst, you have to do ground vehicles sometimes. So anything else?
Yeah, where'd you come up with this idea? What was your inspiration?
My inspiration for this idea? Well, our team was just because me and my family got doing things like this as well, and I would hate for for my brother or me would get lost and not have help arrive to us. So I think most of it came through personal experience and from inventive idea.